denominator in a lot of it, and inactivity and stuff like that. But he needs to be near a good bona fide hospital with health insurance, and that would be a place called USA. You're late, Region. You're always late. Shame on you, man. Sorry, I covered too much to kind of just reiterate and just kind of go down the line. But we talked about different things, and Kevin and Jim and Asia and all that stuff, and even talked a little about politics today on here with Trump and so forth. I, you know, covered it all, really. Not all, but yeah, Jim and Asia. My goodness. But you know what? You can't feel sorry for some of these people because they bring this stuff on, like you know, the other guy, Steven. Hello, all you lovely people. That one. Um, living in Mindanao. You look what happened to Elliot, right? This guy is always downing certain aspects of people and culture in the Philippines, and he's living in Mindanao. That's not a healthy combination. I know he has to make material for his show. He doesn't know what to talk about. He repeats things over and over, like many people do. But with him, it's pretty consistent, and he's going to meet his demise. And I swear, it seems to me that a lot of these people, that's including Mike's Philippines retirement, um, they're doing the same thing, being repetitive and redundant, and both, in their health and so forth is not always good with most of these people. Um, what they have to talk about could be very insulting to a nationalist that lives out here in the Philippines. It seems to me that they're trying to convince themselves for a reason to stay. See, they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Most of us, we've given up everything we had in the United States or whatever country you come from, right? Most of us have done that. I've done it. So what happens with a lot of people when things don't go right in the Philippines? You're going to do all these shows about, well, the Philippines this, the Philippines that, and their culture this and their culture that, and they have no way out. So they got to kind of persevere. Anyway, they have to pretty much stick with their decisions, really, that they moved out there. So they make a lot of excuses for staying there because they have no choice. But on the same note, the one thing they shouldn't be doing is trying to convince themselves that it's right for them to be here. Because you could hear for what they talk about. They're always downing Philippines and the culture. And as Gilda is my witness, she knows that I don't adhere to all the different cultural values out here. There's a lot of things, not all of them, but at the same time, I try to respect their culture, even though it's not something I practice. I might find it a little unusual, bizarre. It's not my culture. It's their culture. And to some degree, whether you disagree with something in the culture, you just got to try to find a way to respect it and say, instead of thinking, well, that's not the way I would do it. Well, that's a bizarre practice or ritual. I never did that in my country. But see, that's the whole point. It's not your country. Region says, spot on. These cloggers love to rationalize everything. Even the ones who once praised the Philippines, but now talk down about the country because they can't return. And that's the denominator. You got it right there, Region. You hit the nail on the head. A lot of us can't return. If you sold your house, you sold the farm, whatever, you sold your belongings, you burned all your bridges, they can't return. So basically, you have to make a decision. Do you stay in the Philippines or you try out a different country? It doesn't have to be Southeast Asia. But be honest, unless you want to live in bumfuck Egypt somewhere outside of Southeast Asia, you know, may not be a great idea. And in European countries, you got to understand that most of them are pretty damn expensive to listen to go in, unless you want to go live in some godforsaken place like Bulgaria or some shit like that. Like what is it, Passport TV? Was he living in Bulgaria or some, I don't know, some fucking crazy place? Yeah, you probably can make You could probably, thrive out there, but is that a place you really want to go to just for your own survival? Big Birch came in. Hello. Frank, do you believe what Don C said about Cabin's visa status for the Philippines? There's no record, no blacklist. Um, wait, it all goes on your record or whatever he did. Okay, goes deeper than that. Oh, goes back when he got the bowl in his knife and all the shit and shenanigans that went on there and his overstay for like 13 years. Okay, gotcha. Oh no, that's against his record. You see, there's a couple of reasons why Kevin don't go back to the Philippines. He's avoiding it. It's because of the fact that maybe he is actually blacklisted from the Philippines. Secondary, which could be initially, but more secondary, is that he made some enemies out there, and that's why he got a bolo knife in his head, and he doesn't want to return. So there's a couple of the issues right there. Those are the two issues right there. Oh, there's a record. There's a record. Fuck yeah. Regent says someone on Discord posted a video of Passport TV's apartment. I heard something like that. That it's a tiny one bedroom, at least 60 years old apartment with a view of a brick wall. Yeah, I heard that. That must be true. I heard that. Passport may not be living on the high end of the horse that he pretend to be. If he has to live in something like that, he's either a minimalist. Maybe he's a minimalist. There's a lot of them. I don't know. He sounds like an intelligent guy, and I would think that he had the savvy to make money somehow. And he supposedly acts or boasts like he has all this money in the past, but and I guess I don't know what it is. He has family in is it Bulgaria? I don't know what is the country there. You know, Czechoslovakia, Bulgaria, one of these godforsaken places, and living in a tiny room like that. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Not totally, anyway. Yeah, I seen something of him when he was cutting up some food and stuff. I remember some video he was making some sausage or some shit like that or something. I don't know. I didn't see much, but it didn't look impressive. I could tell you that. Why would he do that? Well, that's his business anyway. Why does anybody do anything? That's his business to live in a country like that. I could not live. I don't know. I certainly couldn't live in Eastern Europe anyway. No, some good-looking women out there if you're single, but I couldn't. That couldn't be the reason alone. Especially living in it used to be war-torn countries and people under oppression and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't want to live in a terrible environment like that. But beware, Jim in Asia. He's going to be going down the tube. He'll find a reason. Mark my words. Put it on the calendar. Whatever you want to do. He'll find a reason to get out of Cambodia. I guarantee you it. Because he's going to put himself in a position. He was on his last video that I just seen of his. He was drunk as a skunk, man. Slurred speech, the whole bit. You know, all he's got is his muscles, and that's not enough to get you by in life. It's really not. He claims he's got money, this not big contractor and all that, but he was literally begging for money for a coffee. He calls it, and pushing it, and getting mad at people that didn't send him, and calling them names. We've heard people do that before. I did that in jest, but there's some people doing it for real. You know. Yeah, it's his newly painted. He had a video was originally posted by Passport TV. He was showing his newly painted condo, but also show how poorly he was living. See, not everybody is real out there. Big Bird says Jim and Asia and Philip Janik have a lot in common. And they do, don't they? I don't know where's Philip in these days anyway. I haven't heard him. Region 6 says someone on Discord also proved that Passport TV was using other people's videos with Passport TV adding his own audio and voice. What a loser. Well, there's a lot of losers out there. Okay, what should I eat? How much power I have in the phone here? Do 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 do. But I'll be honest with you, when I was off here for 3 months, whatever it's been, I always say whatever it's been because I wasn't measuring anything. I got to tell you, it was okay. It was okay just kind of listening in and not being part of all the buffoonery and bullshit on here and just watching people fighting with each other, and I wasn't involved in it. Really, it was a real circus out there. It still is. My God. I don't know what's with people, man. It's all you ever hear me say about people. What are they turning out to be? What is this country? What does this world come down to? But it's the truth, isn't it? That's why this world is falling apart. I'm almost happy I'm on my age, to be honest with you. I don't know if I really want to experience what the world is coming to in the next 20 years or so. Oh God, I can't even imagine where things are now, how divided we are. How divided we are on YouTube. We're all divided here on YouTube. Let's face it, we're all divided. I'm divided with certain people. We're all fucking divided. You got to come together right now. Oh, let me. I think I got a good audience this morning, but I tell you, I got it a couple of times yesterday, and I got to tell you, bad timing. I don't know what it was. I had nobody. I just had to cancel a video. I had nobody viewing. Absolutely fucking nobody. I just deleted the video. And I thought, if people that tired of me, they missed me when I was gone. So when I came back, all right, they came back in force, but not even really in force. And then all of a sudden, they just disappeared on me. So people tell me, no, Frank, we need you on air. Stay on. And I'd like to answer, you got what, 13 people here? Tell me the truth. Who's willing to say something? Why do you want me on YouTube? Why do you think I should keep on keeping on? Why? What do I offer to YouTube? Obviously, I don't have a lot of subscribers, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. You know, I'm not monetized. How does it benefit me? Why don't you tell me point blank? Point blank, I could take it. Point blank, why should I stay on YouTube? What are you saying, Birch? Frank, any comments on the guy from Gilda Zumba posting about you? Huh? Gilda Zumba? What are you talking about? Let me read that again. Frank, any comments on the guy from Gilda Zumba posting about who's a good storyteller? That I am. Oh, he said your morning shows are just too early, man. I roll around 7 a.m. and your show is halfway done. Okay, I get it. In other words, I should be about a 10 o'clocker show rather than. And what is about a Zoomer guy? What is that all about? I have no idea. Let me read that again. Big Bird says, Frank, any comments on the guy from Gilda Zumba posting about you? Who is this guy in Gilda Zumba? There's mostly women in her Zumba thing, first of all, but I have no idea. Who is this guy supposed to be? What name does he go under on here? Where is he? Where is he posting? Region 6 says you should stay because it's a hobby for you. You need to fill your day up with things, or Philippines can get. I don't care who you are, how much money you have. Philippines can get boring, especially for an old stud like me. Um, Big Bird says, going by the name Traveling with Care. Traveling with Care. I might have heard that. So you're saying that he's talking about me, or is he talking about Gilda? What exactly is he saying? What exactly is he talking about? So you're saying that Gilda's Zumba instructor is talking about me. Well, I don't know. Why would Gilda's Zumba instructor talk about me? What reason would he have to do that? That I don't understand it. Regurgitated a few syllables on that. What is he actually saying? Gilda Zumba instructor laughed my ass off. Yeah, that seems legit. Yeah, I know. I know. Why would Gilda's Zumba instructor talk about me? Don't even know me. And she doesn't have just one. She goes to two different places sometimes. Oh, that. All right. That's a troll. Yeah, that's a troll. There's no reason for Gilda's Zumba instruction to talk about me. Or why? That wouldn't make any sense at all. You don't want to say buying jewelry, pawns, and reselling them, and an affair. Okay, obviously it was a troll. There you go. That ends that. Yeah. The detail about the lady and the investment you made. You can find that information right here. I've talked about that. That's not unknown information. I've spoken about that. Here's some interesting, Gilda. They claim that there's a guy who has a show called Traveling. Let's see. Let's get the name of this show. Traveling with Care, and it's supposed to be your Zoom instructor, and with this guy who's a troll anyway, Big Birch, is saying go by the name Travel with Care. He's Gilda as instructor. He talks about you both, and let's see. Big Birch says buying jewelry, pawns, and reselling them, and an affair. The Big Birch says the details about the lady and the investment you made. That this guy is supposedly talking about that. Regent says, you know, Frank, there are actually some real weird weirdos in this genre who believe this crap. I know. So they're claiming that this Zumba instructor is talking about me and Gilda, supposedly her instructor. And he knows this, knows that, knows about her deal with somebody out here over money and all this other shit. She's laughing. She's yeah, she's just yeah, she's definitely yeah. Look at her. Look at her. She's laughing at that.
It's nothing to get.
Just a lot of chismis, a lot of bullshit. It's a troll, obviously, trialing whatever with care, whatever. I believe I've seen that name somewhere on people's shows commenting. I believe I've seen that name before. Now that I recall. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all said that I got fucked over on a land deal or something. No, we never got fucked over on any land deal. We did buy land near the port and made a lot of money on it one time, but that was a good land deal. But we never got fucked on a land deal. Just had to do with a personal investment. That was a very good investment for the most part, actually. Then it turned kind of sour because people uh, weren't paying her money and she couldn't pay them back. And that's what happened. Happens all the time. That crazy love of mine. Uh, Nothing crazy. Was there a loss of money? Yeah, there was. But the interest that we made on it was pretty profitable. Made up for about 65% of the investment. It's not a total loss, but it's not over yet, you know. She decides she wants to do a civil suit on there. She'll do that. You know, it didn't send us to the poorhouse or nothing, but even a good thing could turn bad. That's why I just don't get involved in it. And believe me, the Indian had nothing to do with this. It wasn't a 5-6 that people were also stating. It says it's a very long post. Check it out. My thoughts, it's Brevis. Yeah, more than likely. Brevis would fit into that. Yeah, Brevis would do something like that. He goes under a lot of names on here. I don't know what he does with his time. I think he's a part-time troll in his life. I think what does he do with himself during the day? Is he still with his girlfriend and the baby, or did he leave them high and dry? Get somebody else pregnant? What else? Yeah, I said we do got characters on here. A very long post. I'd have to. Let me hook up again. I'd have to check it out. I'd have to check it out. I've got some time here. I'll check it out. Yeah, it's obviously a troll because Gilda Zumba instructor, and she's actually more than one. There's different Zumbas, and she don't go all the time either. How is he going to know all this crap about me or deep into her life and personal things? That's why it's a lot of bullshit. And he's going to devote a channel basically about that. Yeah, it's a troll, obviously. I'll check it out. Let's see. What do you got here? Weather update. Oh, not again. Uwan. We already had Uwan. Isn't Uwan over with this?
No, you
Hit the
want to
screen.
return.
Uwan wants to return to the Philippines as a Category 1.
All areas.
All areas again. Entering the Philippines area of responsibility. I love saying that. So they're saying it's the same storm that did a turnaround and said, I like it in the Philippines. I'm coming back. It's more fun in the Philippines, man. Just when you thought it was all over, Uwan liked it enough to want to come back and make another visit. What a good tourist Uwan is, huh? Uwan loves the Philippines. I'm sorry, but sometimes you can't you can't help laughing at this stuff. You really can't, Hitting all areas. Do you realize though, if you've seen the overall satellite image of that storm, did you guys realize that storm basically covered? It didn't affect every area, but it covered the whole goddamn country of the Philippines. If you've seen the satellite images of that they showed, that was huge. And from satellite view, that was intense. We got a good audience this morning, We had 16 in here, so 14 is good. How about a little thumbs up, boys, just for the road? Just for old time's sake. Do a couple of thumbs up on here. Make the old boy feel happy. Or not. Uwang sounds more like Utang. Utang. Well, they have two different names. If it's in the Philippines, they have a Filipino name. If it's not, they give it another name. So they give two names to storms in the Philippines. They're very very creative. Oh well, when you live in the Philippines, you got to take everything that comes at you. Or don't live out here because expect the unexpected or expect the expected. Both of them. Expect it. It's a very mysterious place, the Philippines. My God, it's probably one of the worst places in the world. They quoted for every possible geological, every possible event, weather event in the world, right here in the Philippines. That goes from twisters to tornadoes to super typhoons to earthquakes to volcanoes going off to you name it. Come to the Philippines, it's more fun. But they got rid of that slogan. I forgot what they replaced it for. They came up with another cutesy replacement, very short and sweet. I forgot what it was, but they don't have that anymore. They realize it's not that much fun in the Philippines, that thing was not going to attract people because, and what did it? They only did that recently because of the fact of all the hurricanes and shit that was going on. And seismic events. They had to change that slogan because it ain't more fun in the Philippines. That's why they're not coming here because they're afraid of all these weather events and so forth. Okay, Big Birch says that travel with care is a Bantayan expat whose wife did Zumba with Gilda. That's what he's saying. Well, there's a lot of people who's done Zumba with Gilda. If there was any truth to that at all, it could be somebody very jealous of Gilda, because Gilda is Gilda, man. She is a princess of the rodeo. She is absolutely a charming woman. She's a pretty woman. She's very sociable. People like her. She's got that. Some people don't. She's got that. Regent says apparently they thought an earthquake and typhoon hit Cebu at the same time, but it was just a sweaty Ricky walking to SNR. The last time I saw him at SNR, speaking of Ricky, oh man, he was a sweaty mess. He's with the rag. He was soaked from head to toe. You see, he walks from his five-star apartment at the Decca Homes, which is a very low income complex. And he was sweaty, sweaty. I mean, the electrolytes he must have been losing, and surprised he didn't collapse. Then he mentioned about, this is the only shorts I got. I can't find. We're looking at his belly because it was so big. He says, I can't find any shorts that fit me, he said. So apparently he was rewashing those shorts over and over again. That's how big his tummy was. Wow. So that's interesting. I'll read that again. Big Bird says travel with care is a Bantayan expat whose wife did Zumba with Gilda. Well, Gilda does Zumba with a lot of women out here. Oh wait, he's an entire okay. So the guy's wife did Zumba with Gilda. Okay. Well, if you want to believe everything you hear on here, then I definitely got lots of hectares of land to sell you at 10% the price. Oh, the things they come up with on here, really. Oh yeah, one of the things I heard in the past that one of our old trike drivers was in cahoots with the trolls and reporting information about us and all that. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Never happened. See, we treat people good out here. They would have nothing bad to say about us. The only person who would have a bad thing to say about me is somebody I still have a case going with, who was a guy who put some shit out on Facebook, and I still have a case with that. In fact, let's check the date on that, Gilda. Can we check the date on that? Yeah, and that guy came up with a lot of shit, and I don't have any enemies here in Bantayan. I don't associate with for proven reason. I don't associate with any expats out here. I mean, there's a guy up the block I don't really get along with, and he knows I'm on social media. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but I wouldn't. Yeah, that would be the only person I could ever think of. That's kind of interesting you mentioned that. That's always a possibility. But all in all, I think it's just a troll out there. But it's not beyond disbelief that somebody would do that. Yeah, there is somebody in the neighborhood that I really don't get along with. I mean, I don't even talk to the guy really. I used to, but nevertheless, I guess his wife does go to Zumba now and then.
No,
No,
no.
she doesn't go to. Okay, he's out of the picture then. He doesn't go. His wife don't go to Zumba. Okay, so it's a troll. There you go. Okay, gentlemen. I haven't even eaten anything this morning. I got to figure what they should I make some pancakes this morning? What do I have to? Do I have any butter left? I do have to use butter on my pancakes. I mean, come on. I use cinnamon though, but I don't know. Pancakes not really healthy unless you mix some oatmeal with it. And see, Democrats are holding their own in restricting something to the little news thing that came on here. Okay, I know nobody otherwise that I've had bad interactions with where I live, and I do mean nobody, nobody since I've ever lived
Just
here.
make the story
Yeah,
true.
Gilda said, "Mrs. making stories up." Have I had any bad interactions with people, Gilda, since I've lived out here?
No.
She said no. And Gilda's nothing but a gem. I mean, everybody loves Gilda. Everybody loves Gilda. There's not anybody, unless you have some jealous female friends, and that's possible, because some of them are not living as well. They don't have a house and all that shit. That's always a possibility. But I don't see really that
They
any
don't
one of her
care.
so-called friends are going to go against her. I mean, it's not out of the realms of impossibility. But I still don't see that. I don't see that. Yeah, she doesn't see that either. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible, but it's improbable. You know, there is jealousy among Filipinos. There always is. That one person's living better than the other. One person's living in some shimmy shack. Well, we got a pretty good sized house, a nice house, actually. It's not a very bad house at all. There is a certain amount of jealousy. I mean, people are human, they get jealous. Oh, yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible. But I just say it's improbable. It's improbable. Okay, with that being said, I got to go eat or something and do something. I should have been exercising or doing something, which I haven't since I got up. But talking to you wonderful people out here. 17 strongs. That's a good morning for me for my shitty little channel. People are saying, stay on, stay on. They says, you give great stories. I am a good storyteller. I know how to carry a story. I know how to carry myself. Even my tempo when I talk. Sometimes you listen to people, and I know a number of them that talk like, well, and I think, then there's silence and you don't hear anything. That bores the shit out of people. You got to talk at my pace. It's a very controlled pace. I get things out that I want to say, and I get it out pronto. I don't talk, well, if I think about Jim and Asia. I couldn't listen to that shit. It's turn off, man. It's throw your fucking phone against the fucking wall type of stuff. But when I come on here, I have a good pace to my voice. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. I'm not Nico. We're 90 miles per hour like he's on fucking speed or something. I can't listen to that. It'll drive my anxiety through the fucking wall just listening to it. That's why I can't listen. I haven't even gone to Nico's show for a while. He talks just so fucking fast. And then when that new guy came on and who got off, which was Tropical Martini, nobody could handle it. He got off on his own accord because he had a bad case of, I don't know, hyperactivity, ADDH, whatever you call it. He was ahead of himself in everything he spoke. He'd interrupt his guest or walking in the street or people he considered made his friends with, he would interrupt their train of thought constantly. Oh, and you go, and by the way, and I don't mean to interrupt, blah, 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 and he gets into a whole different tangent, then tries to come back to what he talked about, then interrupts himself again. And it's like, man, you can't listen to that kind of shit. I can't listen to that kind of shit. Your pace and your timing, uh, has to be just right. You can't listen. There's some people on here I just can't listen to. Do you remember when uh, Roberto used to come on? He couldn't carry a show. But it's the same thing about Kevin. He can't carry a show. He lets all the trolls on his show do all the talking. He'll just intermittently come in with a comment. When Roberto used to be on, I don't know if he's alive or dead or he's brain dead now, but he didn't know what to talk about. And that was him. He couldn't carry a show. I could carry a show. I could ad lib like there's no tomorrow. I could come up with a topic in a split second. With a split second. I'm not lacking topic matter on here. I talk about everything from soup to nuts and literally soup to nuts. Health things, political things, which I don't like, worldwide things going on, the state of the affair of people, their everything from people's attitudes, their aggression, to the mental illness, which is very prevalent in our society, that you experience right here on you. There's lots to talk about. And I do that on my show. I keep a good pace at it. And that's why the people who come by like to listen to me. And I am totally shocked that I don't have 100,000 viewers because I don't promote my channel. I don't put tags in there. I don't do anything. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just don't really care because YouTube has been nothing for trouble with me anyway. Whether it's me or somebody else, there's always somebody out there that ain't going to like this person or that person or me for whatever reason or made up reason. Whether it's being green eyed monsters of jealousy, you know, whether the fact that they are not capable of doing a show, whether they're not even living in the Philippines.
Wow, he cut that off quick. That's friggin' hilarious, man. Frail is about the right height for your dog to piss on. Hey, welcome in, Steve, Chris Cato. Who else we got here tonight? We got the one and only Flying Circus. Oh man, we got ET Travel Freely. Welcome in, Big Birch. Welcome in. You know, guys, that was pretty funny. Watching you plant the seed of doubt in his feeble mind. And it just grew into a full grown tree within the matter of 15 minutes. Yeah, he one of these days he's gonna break his arm, patting himself on the back. Oh man. But yeah, it was pretty funny to listen to. He went about 2 hours there. I come in an hour into his show. The seed is from the community post on the replay channel. Very well. I'll have to go check that out. That's fucking funny, man. Oh, and yeah, welcome in Seven Ways. Welcome in Don C. And oh, he really does not like um Passport TV, aka Harry Dick, the great Harry Dick. Oh, Christ's sake, Frank is the best person anywhere when he recognizes it. And damn us all. Yeah. Frank's a legend in his own mind, guaranteed. So, dude, at the end there, when he was talking about how he had a pretty good show, really big show, well, if you want to get rid of him, stop going to his channel. That's all you have to do. If he's got like 5 people watching, 4 people watching, he could do a 20-minute show and say fuck it. All right. But if you want him around for your entertainment, keep it up. It's up to you guys. Uh, but Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. He lit into Nico, Big E. I think he missed Mick Fisher. I think he missed him. He did kick Fazio. You know, and then his TDS kicked in, Trump derangement syndrome, earlier in the show. Where he started, oh, Fox News is in the tank for Trump. He doesn't understand the difference between what news is and an opinion show. Now, I'll tell you honestly, Fox has a lot of opinion shows. They got The Five, they got Hannity. They got Hannity, you know, and these are opinion shows. That's not news, okay? And they give their opinion about the news. So you have to recognize what you are watching. If you cannot recognize what you are watching, then you're going to make idiot statements like he does. Right? Yeah, Gutfeld shows are solid gold. The guy makes me laugh every fucking time. And I love it when he rags on Nancy Pelosi. It's fucking, yeah, 10 o'clock. I'm there for the Gutfeld show. Yeah, it's a good show, man. Guaranteed, Steve. Fox has women worth looking at. The others have thick black rim glasses. Dude, Fox got some hot ass friggin' women, man. I tell you, it's a good marketing ploy. Keep people watching. Chris, I know I started watching all kinds of different stuff, but what else has this guy done? He's done so much damage to his own reputation. It's ridiculous. It's just truly, truly ridiculous. Right? And nothing or nobody is ever good enough for this guy. But I enjoy you guys coming in. I I read all your comments. I want to be a guest on Gutfeld. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious. Flying circus, no mask. Oh man, yeah. But it is what it is, you know. And he's still gonna go after Big E because he's not gonna get any De Niro out of Big E. 7 ways, how you been, buddy? I hope things are going good for you. And to any veterans in my live chat, God bless you. Thank you for your service. It's greatly appreciated. I'm all, oh, that's good. That's good, Steve. I'm glad to hear that. Yep. Thank all vets, guaranteed, man. And this guy, he hates servicemen and women. He hates the military. Uh, he hates his country. I mean, that's just one sad individual. And there's not much you could do with that kind of shit. I mean, this guy lives in his own fucking world. His own world. He forms his own reality. You know, like, dude, when he started asking Gilda, it's a Zumba guy. Ba, 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 ba. His brain is fucking turning right now. Oh man. But I hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. And before I go, got some cleanup to do. The Patriots are now 8-2. They play against the Jets Thursday night. And it was nice to see them beat the Buccaneers. I just do not get his hatred for our country and military. He sure loves the benefits of being an American, but will never appreciate all that others have given for him to an asshole. Well, I can explain that to you, Chris. What it is, it's called entitlement, right? He feels entitled because he is an American. And once you start feeding, he's like a feral cat. They fucking hate you, even though you feed them, and they keep coming back for more. And they're never gonna fucking stop. They're always gonna come back for more. And guys like Frank are nothing but a feral cat. So that's the best way I can explain it to you. How did the Jets win 42 net yards passing? Steve, that's what alls I could tell you on any given Sunday. On any given Sunday, anything can happen, any team can win. It's not always about the statistics, man. Yeah, yeah, the Jets, man. So, and I'll tell you, my team's been down past few years, okay, since we lost Brady, Belichick, and now that we got Mike Vrabel as the coach, uh, I'm like, I really, in the beginning, didn't have any faith, and I said, but it's my team. I love my team, just like all you guys love whatever team you like. And, so I said, man, I was like, here we are, 0-2. And then we got a win, another win. And then we kept winning. And I was like, holy shit. Somebody woke up the beast. I couldn't believe it. And I've been watching Drake May really closely, the quarterback of the Patriots. And he's just been doing some amazing stuff. He's in the MVP. He's on the MVP short list at this time. They're talking a lot about him, and fucking Steelers. Yeah, yeah. And it turns out that they said this was Buffalo's year, but Buffalo, Jesus Christ, they lost against Miami, and it's like, how the hell did that friggin' happen? I mean, Buffalo should have just fucking rolled right over Miami. But it is what it is. So I want to thank all you guys for coming in. And thanks for coming in, Mr. Tux. Frank is entitled to another man's wife, washes his clothes, does the dishes, and cleans the house. Sick. Bills are dog shit of late. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were going to be hot real good, man, but I don't know what to tell you, Steve. So you guys have a good night, and I'll be catching up with you. My dog is begging me to go out. I think he's got to take a shit. Thanks for hosting all of us, Popeye, and hope everyone has a great day and night. You too, guys. All right, this is Popeye One, and I'm out of here.